Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We've got that other semifinal match of tonight's Open Arena tournament coming at you. It is going to be vOrtiX taking on eZmicro. Now we've got Terran versus Protoss coming at you. Now, the last semi was the PvP. We did have a Protoss advance, so we do have the potential for a PvP final here of all things, which is something we have not seen in a good long while. But vOrtiX, obviously a good player here, and does have plenty of chance to make it a TVP. So semifinals, we don't have any Zerg. It's crazy, man. I haven't seen not one single Zerg today, so we just kind of missed out on. I think there was a few in, but we just missed their matches, and they got eliminated. Too very bad. But it is going to be this best of three taking place on Shakur's Plateau. eZmicro going to be our blue Protoss. He's kicking it up here in the top right-hand corner. In the top left, it is vOrtiX. He is purple. He is Terran. He is ready to kill some Protoss, man. Ready to kill. Of course, so is eZmicro, man. I love this. Both of these guys want to make it into the finals tonight. It is the only way to get paid, as well as the potential. If you do take first, you do get an invite to the monthly tournament. It does start tomorrow night, so let's talk about that here for just a moment. Tomorrow night is the AGL March. We're going to have $400 prize pool for that event. It'll take place for 4 days. We'll do casting. I'm going to be casting like crazy all the time. Should be tons of fun. But yeah, do show up for that. 6 o'clock Central Standard Time tomorrow night. So at the same time as we usually start all of our tournaments, pretty much every time at 6 p.m. Central Standard. And yeah, see how this is going to go. But vOrtiX opening with just the one barracks for now. No second going down at this point, so we'll have to assume a standard opener. Notice also no gas, so could be a fast expand here. So what it appears to be at this point. eZmicro, in the meantime, does have his gateway going down a second pylon, and he's about to toss down what I assume is a cyber core. That is extremely useful building. Cyber core is a great place to get nice upgrades, such as, I don't know, warp gate technology, which, that's great. Warp gate technology is good. Gotta have it. And Lord Frisia actually out on the live stream is getting crazy, saying that he's going to kill somebody. But the tournament is indeed on the calendar on Team Liquid, so go check that out. That's where we're going to be putting it. And start to tweet it if you want. In fact, tweet this. But we definitely got to start tweeting a little bit more often. Got to get some viewership. We need to be up in the hundreds so we can get some sponsors. I've got people sitting ready and waiting to give us some sponsorships. Notice the command center going down for vOrtiX in a perfect location. Perfect. Could not be placed better. Well, okay, maybe. I mean, he probably could have just put it right here. I'm wondering, actually, why did he put it here? Is this going to be some sort of crazy rush or something? I doubt it. He would have put it a lot closer, I would think. Don't know. I guess he's just going to fly it back here eventually, but he did put it out here, maybe just to keep an eye on his ramp, potentially. Regardless, the bunker going down, so defensively, vOrtiX is in pretty decent shape here in just a few moments. Notice that we did have an engineering bay go down for the block. We'll be able to cancel that pretty quickly before he loses it. Why do you use an engineering bay? That's a good question for everybody out there on the live stream. Something that we've talked about in the past. Let me know why Terran players, if they're going to block, use an engineering bay. Why is that the most effective? There's the cancel. He did salvage 94 of his resources from that. But the bunker complete here for vOrtiX. Notice we do have an orbital command coming in as well. He did fly this over. And robotics going down for eZmicro. He does have 3 more gateways going down. Total of 4 gates and 1 robo. So he's definitely going to get aggressive. Notice he's only got the 1 gas. So he's going to have a lot of zealots. That's why he can afford to get the 4th gate. Lots of zealots here. Great idea. They just chew through Marines early game, and they also can take down bunkers pretty dang fast when you get surrounded, especially if there's no repair going down. But looks like, oh my goodness, the bunker is going to be canceled. And vOrtiX backing out. Wow, look at this. He did poke up there with a scout, wants to see what's going on. He does figure out what's happening. And the bunker going down on the high ground. So he's going to try and defense this, if you will. We build expand and then we defense it. We make expand and then defense it. Name that person. Second bunker going down. Look at this defensive posture. Another looks like a supply depot here. But eZmicro probably going to be gearing up for his attack here in just a moment. Here comes his drop. Warp Prism. Good warp ins. And he's got a lot of zealots here, and this defensive posture from vOrtiX may not be super effective here. He's pulling a lot of SCVs here fairly quickly. Notice he's not attacking with his SCVs at first. He's just using them as meat shields for the time being, blocking their path, these zealots' path to the Marines. And he is going to go ahead and hold this off in pretty decent time, but a lot of mining time has been lost here. Looks like vOrtiX doing okay that job though. Looks like this Warp Prism, second Warp Prism out. The other one did go down. Another Warp Prism coming out. My goodness. Looks like eZmicro going to go for yet another drop. The 4 gate drop ships. This is a pretty good build, man. I like it. Can be extremely effective here versus Terran. But vOrtiX is now well aware of what the play is here. So I feel like the drops are going to become less and less effective as time moves forward, especially since vOrtiX does have double orbitals. Probably going to get back to mining his natural base here in just a few moments. And notice that he is putting down a factory. So transition coming out of him. I assume we're headed towards Starport here very quickly. But still with the double bunkers at the front. So if any big attack comes here, like all-in type of thing from eZmicro, the defensive posture here from vOrtiX is solid case. Here comes your warp in at the back. Looks like a lot of SCVs are going to go down. Notice that eZmicro keeping these guys together pretty good. Only one Warp Prism remains. One got sniped there pretty quick, but wow, look at this. Great control, picking these guys up as their health gets low and re-dropping them, keeping the focus fire off of them. Oh, and he could not quite get his warp in, and there's the GG from eZmicro. vOrtiX giving the GG right back at him. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Game number 2 headed your way. Will be eZmicro's map choice. Let's see what that's going to be here in just a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. Game number 2 here in this best of 3 semifinal is going to be on the same map again, Shakur's Plateau. eZmicro did not want to switch it up here. He wants the same map. He feels like this is going to be his best play on this particular map. So we'll see how that's going to play out, but they're going to be in cross positions this time. vOrtiX is purple. He is Terran down here in the bottom right-hand corner, and in the top left is eZmicro, who did lose game number 1. He is going to be our blue Protoss. We'll see if he's going to go for a different play here or not. I don't know. Dropship play is kind of fun, but I feel like vOrtiX scouted it very quickly and knew exactly what to do. He fell back to his main, keeping everything tight, making it more difficult to drop. Very easy defensive position there. So it was a really great play, I think, from vOrtiX that took that game down there. But eZmicro really didn't have anything to be ashamed of. I felt like he did a great job. You know, with his attacks, it just is difficult to pull that off when it's been scouted so well. Cool. Looks like Perfect is about ready for his finals. That makes me happy, but we just got to find a winner first. Looks like eZmicro is going to get the early scout out. Got his probe to the incorrect direction first, now headed up to the right spot where vOrtiX is currently walling off. And vOrtiX now with his gas going down does have this probe trying to kill off this SCV, but looks like he's not going to be super effective quite yet. May try and poke back here in just a minute. Could be effective. Ooh, yikes. He's got to stay out of the way. We went to mine there, and quite honestly took some hull damage there. Not super effective. Looks like vOrtiX is going to chase him off. vOrtiX needs to scout his opponent's base here in just a moment. He's going to go ahead and hit these Xel'Naga towers, but here comes your probe going back in for more scouting. But the wall has been completed here for vOrtiX. And looks like his defensive posture should be just fine when that Marine pops out, which is already there. He's going to go ahead and chase off that guy there. Good looking stuff. eZmicro in the meantime does have a cyber core gone down. It's 50% complete. Still just the one gas from him. Interesting. Yeah, vOrtiX taking down game number 1. Always a good feeling in your best of 3s. Makes it match point coming straight out of the box there. And yeah, all he's got to do is take one more win, and that does put him in the best of 5 final. So see if he's going to be able to do that. Notice the chrono's going down here for eZmicro. Going to get out a Stalker here fairly quickly. And here comes your SEV Scout from vOrtiX. Sees pretty standard play, just the one gas here for now, so he may even feel like it's kind of the same thing as what we saw last game. In fact, I'm starting to feel like it's the same thing as last game. We'll see. I mean, at this point, you can kind of choose just about any pattern. This is pretty standard opener, and you can really shoot off in a bunch of different directions from here. You can go straight into Robo. You can go for an expand, which that's what we see eZmicro doing, taking his expansion well before the 3-minute mark there, or 5-minute mark rather. It's really a pretty sharp play. I like that. A good macro game on this map, I think, can really go in favor of Protoss. I mean, unless his opponent tries to take advantage of the terrain with, I don't know, say a lot of Banshees or something, or tanks. But other than that, I mean, Marine Marauder play, even drops, Protoss is going to have a pretty decent time against at this point. So, but it is a 1-1-1, so the potential here for some Banshees could be coming out. But, man, I tell you, he doesn't have any add-ons here for Banshees. And he's not. He's going straight for the medevac. He is on double gas here, however. So I'm very interested to see what he's going to be doing. You can see that he's already got double Hellions out. A good couple Marines out here as well. Map control going in favor of eZmicro, though. He does have that Zellnaga Tower under lock. And vOrtiX, man, he's going to have to put some serious hurt on his opponent with this drop. If Micro does catch wind of this before it comes, gets to his base, I assume he's going to be well prepared. Should get his army in position to deal with that very quickly. You can see that he's going to have 4 gates, or 3 gates out rather, and a robotics facility. So here comes your Stalker. He does scout the medevac, so he knows what type of play is headed his way. Here comes a Hellion. The Hellion catching up and kind of revealing here that Hellion play is on the field. Looks like the Stalker going to go down to this Hellions. So a nice little pick there from vOrtiX. But here comes your push, and eZmicro probably going to have to back up to the high ground here. I would assume. What is he doing? Yeah, it's time to go back up to the high ground. Here comes the drop. Hellions going up to the main. Looks like the Warpins here, back here on the low ground, and he is unawares that his mineral line is getting obliterated. There goes your Micro. Going to turn the probes right on top of the Hellions. The Hellions will be picking up quite a few kills. He did thwart the attack here at the front. But look at this. He really needs to get these guys, these Hellions taken out. My goodness, they're just picking up so many kills. 5 kills on that guy. And total worker kills right now is 15 for vOrtiX. My goodness. Now that is brutal. Nicely done. Units tab now going to show 19 probes for eZmicro, 27 SCVs for vOrtiX. And that is not a good deal. Especially now that vOrtiX is going for yet another drop. Here comes an Immortal. Quite honestly, this would be super cost effective for these Marines to try and pick off that Immortal. They did not quite able to get the damage done necessary, but that's alright. It's partially because eZmicro did get the Stalker in position. Needs to really beef up his economy here for, though, I'd say pretty dang fast. Other than that, he's got pretty nice tech pattern. Going right into his robotics. I assume we're going to see Robotics Bay come down here in just a little while. He's keeping these drops out of his main. That is the big key here. Looks like here comes your Banshee. Banshee going to pick off a couple units. He's got 5 kills here. Great job. Good Banshee Micro. Siege tanks are coming out on the field, and vOrtiX is not going to relieve this pressure. Knows that he's put his opponent behind a little bit here, but he also knows that his time is of the essence. While eZmicro is on those 2 bases, his economic production will be better. And if vOrtiX does not get damage done soon enough here, he will find himself losing the game. So here comes the push. Siege tech will be complete. 3 tanks in this push right here. Going to be really brutal. Do we have another tank? Nope. Yep, there's another one. So 4 tanks will be pushing their way forward. Now, eZmicro way behind in the supply count, so he's going to have a little bit of a time. May end up having to pull probes here, which is not super effective for him at this point. Those guys, he absolutely needs them mining at this point. It looks like your tanks are starting to get themselves sieged up. Here comes your Banshees. Banshees will be able to scout the high ground. They'll also be able to take out these Immortals pretty dang fast. Oh my goodness. And eZmicro losing his entire force there very quickly, and there's your GG. Pulling some probes. Not going to be able to get much done there with that splash damage. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. vOrtiX, the champion, going to be moving into the finals. That does put him in the money. Congrats to him. We'll catch you guys in the finals, though, here in just a few moments, so don't alt-tab. Always alt-Starcraft to catch you guys then.